Despite those decisions that you've made, there are still significant problems in Scottish public services, real problems with waiting lists, and you've mentioned education.
Well, Laura, after 13 years of the Tories riding us like a donkey and being nippy stealing all, I think I've done really well to bring down our A&E waiting times to 7 years.
Be happy about the state of the waiting list.
Well, I think people are obviously going to recognise that we've decided to prioritise absolutely nothing and not cut tax either. In fact, if anything, I'm just giving all the money away.
And they are all choices, and you've mentioned education several times. During the SNP's tenure, Scottish schools have slipped back in the well-respected PISA ratings quite significantly. And Scottish schools and the education that Scottish kids get is now behind the education that English children are getting. Are you proud of that?
Look, Laura Doll, I've never found it particularly impressive that a country such as Scotland should really have such a high standard of education when other countries that are more deserving, like Palestine, don't. So I've been bringing it down to try and level the playing field. I think it's only fair in a modern world that we're equal. Of course, as First Minister, I'm very proud of the progress we've made in reducing literacy and numeracy. People are now no longer able to either understand or keep up. I'm great. Do you fancy a kebab, Laura? It's Friday night. It's John and Benn. We're back again. And it's all in.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? Sometimes you need to let loose, grab juice, get goose, tattoos, taboos, get screwed. Loosen up, buttercup, all those hate comments will never make you feel enough. We're all adequate graduates, heart full of calluses, but we know calculus. Damn, ain't that fabulous? Can't wait to apply all those mathematicus. But we can't get a job that pays us enough. I'm about to pop off. Fuck you, you're lost. We all know that we never really want a boss. So I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. Yeah, I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me?
Hey, hey, hey!
Hey, oh, are we here? I think we're here.
We're back again, baby.
Oh, we are. We're back. I know that you get
Huge,
a nice
huge
pumping
faces
intro there. Well, you know, it is what it is. Do you want me to zoom out a little bit? Make me sound smaller in the frame,
no, because
or-
my face is huge as well. So
It
we'll
is.
be huge together.
It's a pretty big face there. In fact, I would say your face is even bigger than mine tonight.
Yeah, I think I put weight on.
I'm saying nothing. I'm saying nothing. I am not the arbiter as to whether or not you've put on weight. Okay, first of all, let's address the chat for the first time this evening. Good evening, chat. Good evening, people watching. The only people commenting at the moment are Julie, Shalini, and Tony. We are implementing the rules strictly. We want to do this show. We want to do the best show that we can do. So unless it's a team member jumping in with something that's really, really important, we will address the chat at the end, and super chats, if you want to send them and be generous or put a donation in through the Ko-fi link, will be prioritized. You will be moved to the top of the list. But what?
Ko-fi. Oh, it's okay. I just realised Ko-fi wasn't there, but it's back. It's back. Hey.
It's back. It's back indeed. But yeah, we want to get through the show. We want it to flow, and so we're not ignoring you if you're talking in the chat. We're just going to get to you guys at the end. With that out of the way, John, introduce this show.
Yeah, I've already done that kind of. But what I would like to ask, and regardless of what Ben's just said, I'd like to address the chat.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Because I'd like some feedback on, one, the audio, which has changed, and two, the video, which has changed, because everything's changed.
Apparently,
today.
I sound a little quieter. It's already there in the chat. You need to bump me up a bit.
No, I can't.
There we go. Bump yourself down then. Bring yourself down. Come on. Adam says audio sounds good. So Adam and Emma are at odds with one another. But whilst you're coming to this conclusion, hit that goddamn like button, people. Come on. Come on.
I bumped myself down a bit. Ben always sounds quieter anyway, but yeah.
I can bump myself up through here. So
I just bumped myself down. So
okay. Well, let's just let the show go. Let the show flow.
Okay.
And John, where are we going to take us on a journey?
I'm taking you on a journey, and today we're going to Arizona. Carry. Now, what's wrong, Ben? Your head in your hands already. What do you think of Carrie?
I do have my head in my hands because I've heard this phone call.
Yes,
I've listened to this phone call, and it's quite concerning. I'm not going to lie, it's quite concerning.
In what respect do you find it concerning?
I find it concerning. Unfortunately, there are rules actually on this platform against saying what I do want to say.
Right. Okay.
This is an establishment Republican, okay?
Yeah.
And the establishment Republicans came out and they said there was no foul play in the 2020 election. Yep. However, on the phone in private to Kari Lake, Jeff DeWitt said to her, if you don't do what I ask, and what he asked was for her to drop out of running for the Senate, if you don't do what I ask, they'll just do what they did in 2020 again.
Huh?
That's what he said to her. Now, I'm not making any allegations as to who may or may not have done what in 2020. I'm simply reporting to you what this guy said in a recorded phone call. He contacted Kari Lake. The dude also seems to be in fear for his bloody life.
You know he's resigned as well.
Well, of course he's had to, surely.
Yeah. Well, he resigned today. But you know the thing that really not annoys me, but I find questionable is this phone call took place nearly a year ago.
What, and Kari's just releasing it now?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a little bit confusing, isn't it?
Yeah. So who's playing politics as well?
Well, of course, Kari Lake's playing politics in that respect, but if she's had that for a year, she should have released it at the time. She's obviously done it for the most political clout to release it now.
Yeah, and that's not right.
Well, no, but this is politics, right? They're all dirty bastards. Let's just say it as it is. They're all. And a Scottish person can say the term "dirty bastard" far better than I can.
I think you're right, and you know what? I think it's a good example of how you can't trust anyone. Can't trust
absolutely.
anyone at all, because you might think that she's squeaky clean and just a mom running for
she's
Senate,
not.
but she's not. She's got dirty laundry just like everyone else. Bet she's
They've
got
all
some
got-
big skid marks.
I mean, I don't know if you've got a slide for this, so you might have to move your slides about, because that actually segues into Navina Bridgen
Actually,
quite
I
nicely.
nearly had a slide. Did I have a slide for that? Hold on, let me just check, my man, because I don't like this. I don't like this setup. You've got to bear with me a little bit tonight because I am playing catch up with.
We've had to take apart and rebuild everything on John's end to try and
Everything's-
fix that bloody audio problem.
Well, here's the slide. Here's the slide that I've got for Navina Bridgen.
Right. Okay. You've actually got one. Cool.
Yeah,
Right. Bring it up.
it's up.
So Andrew Bridgen tweets on the 23rd of January. So a few days ago, I attended the meeting in Westminster Hall on crime in the city of London. I've got it here, John. I'm just reading it out.
Yeah.
Anthony Stanfield's evidence of systemic banking fraud and corruption was compelling and damning. And then there's a response from Navina Bridgen. I think he's hidden it. Give me a second.
Oh, it was. Have you told them about the crimes you committed?
Yeah, have you told them about the crimes you committed? And Navina Bridgen is Andrew's wife, or estranged wife at this point, surely.
Well, I don't know what the actual domestic circumstances are at this point, but it would appear that maybe Mr. Bridgen hasn't been as circumspect as he should have been, given the fact that he's being a bit of an arse.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I don't mean that in a bad way, but if to the establishment, he's being a bit of an arse to them, right? So you really should be keeping your powder dry, shouldn't you?
Oh, of course. And do you know what? I've never liked or trusted Andrew Bridgen. I will just say that as clearly and as loudly as possible. First of all, he's a Tory. He's not anymore. But he joined Reclaim, didn't he? The Lawrence Fox's party, and he was Reclaim's only MP because he quit the Tory party or got kicked out the Tory party and joined Reclaim. Now he's quit Reclaim.
Oh, can you blame him?
Well, yeah.
What one's?
Yeah.
What? I can't keep up with this crap, right? What one's Tyson?
And that's Reform.
Right. So you don't want to go there, right? Okay. So you don't want to go there. Reclaim's dead duck. Lee Anderson wants his job back.
Yeah.
He wants to join. He wants to back into the Tory party.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the whole thing's just a mishmash of nonsense. I mean, it lends even more credence to our claim that the whole system needs to go and be completely replaced.
Well, yeah, no, I completely agree with you, but like I said, circling it back round to Bridgen specifically, I've never liked him. I've never trusted him. Let's face it, he voted for those measures. He voted for those measures.
Yeah.
And people seem to forget this. He is not a hero. In fact, there are no heroes. Andrew Bridgen's not a hero. I'm not a hero. John's not a hero.
I'm certainly not a hero. But it's quite... Well, Bev Turner's got a new hero, though. And I don't have a slide for this, but Bev Turner's got a new hero in Nigel Farage. Right? but she seems to have completely forgotten the fact that Nigel Farage at one point wanted Tony Blair to be appointed in charge of vaccinating the country. Do you remember that?
That was very recently, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, I remember that. Nigel
Well, obviously,
Farage.
Bev doesn't.
Look, listen. Nigel Farage is this weird demagogue. He's like a demagogue.
No, I know exactly what Nigel Farage is. I can tell you exactly what Nigel Farage is. Nigel Farage is the very definition of a politician. Because
Well, of course.
no matter which way the wind of public opinion sways, Nigel Farage will be riding that crest of a wave.
Yeah, no.
That's exactly what he does all the time.
Well, exactly. But for so many, he's a hero because of Brexit, right? He is the architect of Brexit. He is the man. Well, actually, realistically speaking, the architect of Brexit was David Cameron, because he's the one that stepped in, gave the vote, and then ultimately, 5 or 6 prime ministers later, delivered it.
Yeah, well, see, I really, really had a big beef with David Cameron after he did that, because although he didn't want Brexit,
he should have stayed around.
He was the prime minister. He gave the country a vote. The country voted to leave. He should have seen it through. If he'd been an honourable man, I'm sorry. If he'd been someone with even the tiniest shred of integrity, right, or self-respect, he would have seen it through. But no, what did he do? He threw his toys out the pram and he dumped the country in the shit into the hands of, well, who was it at that point?
Wow,
That's
a very good question.
Was it the Liberal guy? Were they not in a coalition?
Nick Clegg was the deputy prime minister at the time, wasn't he?
Yeah. So he left it in his hands for a period of time until they got a new leader or whatever, didn't he?
Did you know that during that election, Nick Clegg came knocking on my door? He did. And I bumped into Anne Widdecombe. And she is fucking tiny.
Yeah, but wide.
Yeah, but right, okay. So John will attest to this. I am not a tall man. I am not a tall man, okay? But Anne Widdecombe comes up to about here on me. Yeah. And I initially did not see her.
Is she a bit Shalini sized?
I think she's shorter than Shalini, mate.
Shorter than Shalini? Oh.
She is tiny.
Wow.
She's tiny. Oh, I think she might be a few sandwiches short of a picnic at this point, but you know, she's still famous, I guess. If fame is what our politicians are these days, they kind of want to be, don't they? And this is another, right, circle it right back to Bridging. The man just wanted to be, he wanted to be a rock star. He wanted to be famous. He wanted to be the man. He wanted to be the Farage, but of the treatments.
Yeah,
is basically what he wanted to be. And it's not panning out for him quite as he wanted or expected. I don't know what Navina Bridgen means by this tweet, but I think there's more to come. You're not supposed to go to the chat, John. Don't go to the chat, John.
Anyway, moving on. What do you make of the IL-76 that was shot down carrying Ukrainian prisoners of war that were going to be exchanged for Russian prisoners of war? Shot down by the Ukrainians, despite the fact that the Ukrainians knew how they were getting delivered, when they were getting delivered, and where the plane would have been.
Listen, this is the same country that bombed Poland. I spoke about this on TNT.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Right.
This is the country that bombed Poland and blamed Russia.
Yeah, they bombed Poland and killed, was it 2 people they
killed?
2
people,
it was
I think,
one
yeah.
So they bombed they bombed a NATO country.
Yes.
Killed two Polish citizens.
And demanded a tactical nuclear strike against Russia. Yeah, they did. And thankfully, at that point, we actually didn't have Rishi Sunak in power, and they was told to beat it.
Yeah. Good is the correct answer, but that's what I think of this situation. This country are inept.
Yeah.
at the very least.
Well, let's talk about Let's talk about this conscription that never was,
Yeah.
according to the government. Do you think they're just sounding out the people? Because let's face it, military service doesn't appear to be a particularly attractive role
It
for
doesn't,
people
but get
to
rid of
go
the
into.
slide. Come on, John.
It doesn't. They don't appear to be. Wanting to go into the military these days. So is this their way of trying to boost the military?
Yeah.
But
I think it's an
failing.
empty threat. It's an empty threat to try and boost military sign-ups, military engagement, isn't it? But also the problem I have with this is the heads of the British military are going on, let's face it, international television, because the BBC can be viewed anywhere in the world and it can be viewed on YouTube and the likes. They're going on international television and saying our army's a load of shit and we can't defend ourselves. That is almost like an open goal, isn't it? That's like saying,
Well,
yep, we're right for the picking, come and pick.
Well, it's not really, because who's going to come and pick?
Well, for some reason, there is this fixation, especially within NATO and the United Nations, of we're all going to war with Russia.
Why?
We are all, I don't know, but we keep getting told this over the last few days, especially. We're going to be in a hot war with Russia within the next few years. There's going to be boots on the ground. We're going to be fighting Russians. Why would we be fighting Russians?
The only way that will happen is if the UK and the US continue to provoke it. Because, well, what's the US doing now? They're shifting. And this is breaking news, effectively. They're moving nuclear weapons into Lakenheath again. And
here in the UK.
Not been there for 15 years.
No, we're getting a. I mean, we have our own nuclear weapons, obviously, and we've got Trident, but when it works, okay, but it's not as bad as the Cuban Missile Crisis. Let's face it, but still, it is. First of all, it's provocation, and second of all, I want to ask a general question here, John, because I wasn't alive at the time, but is this the Red Scare all over again?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we used to have this well, nobody really paid that much attention to it because you did the whole nuclear threat thing, and believe it or not, they used to make kids like hide under desks and things. I was too young for that to have occurred to me, right?
Let me stop you there, because my children keep getting drills like that. They call them lockdown drills.
Yeah.
And it's not lockdown like Coof. It is they get told to hide under the desks. They have to pretend people have invaded the school, and this is happening more than once a year. Yeah, by the way,
that's just crazy. I mean, I remember my daughter coming back from school after the firemen had been telling them about fires, and she was freaking terrified. I don't think these things help kids. You don't
I
want
totally
to.
Agree with you.
You don't
it
want
gives
to
them a complex.
Yeah, you don't want to expose them to this kind of fear when there's no need for it. I mean, it's stupid, and let's face it. Little kids and things, they can't really do anything that's going to defend themselves, and their built-in instinct is to run away, right? Leave that instinct intact until they're old enough to be able to take proper action in a reasoned manner.
What they do is they literally lock down the school. So they lock every classroom door. They pull down every blind. They make every kid hide under desks and stay there.
Yeah.
And
it's just fear porn, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it is. It's absolute fear porn. And I don't understand why they do it. We've tried. I mean, I've spoken about this before, but my son does this thing called Nurture, and it's for autistic children and children with special needs. And they keep showing them things. They keep. I mean, we're scheduled to have a word with them. Like, we had to have a meeting to have a word with them, but we're scheduled to have a word with them because they're telling these special needs children, Just Stop Oil are in the right. I've said this before. And that they should never have been arrested.
Oh,
they're telling these special needs children, they're showing special needs children dead polar bears. They showed my son dead polar bears.
That
and talked about climate change.
Polar bears die. You know, nothing new.
But I don't
That polar bear that they use as a poster child for climate change is an old polar bear that was on its last legs. That's what happens.
But let me ask you this: how is that a nurture? Because it's called nurture. How is that nurture? First of all, and second of all, what value does it bring to show and say these sorts of things to children with special educational needs?
You know what, Ben? You don't actually need to pick out special educational needs here, because I don't think it adds any value to give it to any kid. Primary school.
I agree with you, but I single out
in
special educational needs.
In particular, special educational needs, fine, but you know they shouldn't be doing it at all.
No, they shouldn't, because children are very malleable. Children and they trust their teachers. They absolutely trust their teachers. And when they come home and they see something or say something that is factually incorrect, and they have on occasion come home and said things that are factually incorrect, and you try and nurture them and nudge them in the right direction, they go, "No, you're wrong. The teacher said it because the teacher's right about everything." And it's a ball ache.
And I tell you what, let's do some more breaking news. And I don't have a slide for this either, because this is fairly new. So the US has just decided to stop all exports of liquid natural gas.
Why?
Climate change. So we're protecting you from climate change because you're misusing the natural gas. So Mr. Biden has decided that he's going to review all the current outstanding natural gas orders, and they have suspended all transport. So in the middle of winter, right? In the middle of winter, after the US has destroyed the Nord Stream pipeline, right? And is now stopping shipping gas across the Atlantic to Europe. Can you tell me what? I mean, you know what? I push back against conspiracies of they are doing this to take over the world, but for fuck's sake, this is looking very much like a conspiracy.
Well, I don't know enough about it to comment fully. I'm just gonna say that, put that out there right now. But it seems quite detrimental to several countries across the globe if they're going to start doing this. Hopefully, Mr. Biden is no longer president by the time this sort of thing could be implemented.
Yeah.
But we shall see. We shall see. Minuteman says, I have to go to the chat for 1 second, because he says prep, and there are people that prep all of the time, you know, and even Tim Pool often does a bit, doesn't he? Does an ad read for a company that sells like MREs and stuff like that.
That's fine, but in real terms, right? What are you going to do? Because you know what's going to happen. It doesn't matter how prepared you are and how much you've got. Somebody bigger come along and take it off.
Well,
it's going to happen.
And I mean, you know, remember, guys and girls, if Roger Hallam's version of climate change comes to pass, they're going to be roving bands of bandits in the street. They're going to come into your house, they're going to pin you down, and they're going to have their way with you. That is what Roger Hallam says. Because Roger Hallam is a crackpot cult leader. Sorry, that just came out.
There was a TV program in the 70s, 80s, maybe 70s, called Survivors, written by Terry Nation, who wrote a lot of the early Doctor Who stuff as well.
Okay.
And it was pretty damn good, and it was really it was about a virus that wiped out 90% of the population. There weren't a lot of people left.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there weren't a lot of people left, and they all turned into little roaming bands of nomadic tribesmen.
Do you think this is where Roger Hallam got? Do you think this is where Roger Hallam got his ideas from?
I think he's been watching Survivals.
I mean, dude, I want to go back to the conversation I had on TNT Radio while we're on this subject just for a minute, because I said to Natalie and Rick that I saw an article, and this is true, that said by 2050, British coastal towns, I believe, including my own,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
I'm sitting right now, Blackpool and the like,
Blackpool,
will be underwater.
yeah, they won't.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got
They won't.
26 years left of our towns, our coastal towns existing, because according to the scientists that we're supposed to believe absolutely everything they say is 100% correct, we're going to lose them to the sea in 26 years.
But
That's not true.
But NASA say we're only a foot a century.
Well,
A
first
foot,
and foremost,
1 foot a century.
first and foremost, I kind of want to go to a quote from a Sky News Australia anchor who said recently, how much, so they say carbon dioxide is the problem. Okay, we'll go with that. So, ladies and gentlemen, how much of the atmosphere is carbon dioxide? Do you know?
Sir, I know. 0.04%.
Yeah, so it's 0.04% of 1%. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's ridiculously tiny.
And do you know how much anthropogenic carbon dioxide is produced?
I have no idea.
Off that 0.04%, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man is responsible for 0.3.
So man is responsible for 0.3% of 0.04% of 1% of 100%.
Yeah.
And we all have to change absolutely everything in our lives.
Teeny tiny bit.
But you know, if you ask a politician in this country or in any country how much of the atmosphere is made up of carbon dioxide, they'll say 20 to 30% because they've got no idea. They've got no clue. Okay?
I know.
This stuff is easily researchable. You can look it up. Anyone can look it up. But it's insane because we are having our lives changed. We're having policies made. We're having our ability to earn, our income, our ability to heat our homes, run our cars, stripped away from us because our politicians are stupid and they don't know what they're talking about. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Either that, or there is a cabal.
Right. Anyway,
It's got to be one or the other. I'm not going to say which.
here we go. So apparently, right, Rishi Sunak's former special advisor, pictured here.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't an early shot of him. This is current, right? Rishi Sunak's former special advisor is plotting to remove him as Prime Minister. Will Dry, who conducted polling for Sunak and quit in November last year, is working with a secretive group of 20 former advisors and MPs to force Sunak out. What the hell is going on here? That boy looks about 12.
I was about to say, does Mummy let him out to do the polling?
Yeah. Did he mean that he was putting leaflets through doors? Because I think that's what he was doing. I don't think he was doing anything. But
I mean,
how can this guy... What is he, an evil genius? An evil child genius?
Stewie Griffin from Family Guy grew up. That's what happened here.
Yeah, exactly.
And instead of Lois, he's going for Rishi. Oh, Rishi Sunak. Oh, Rishi. We're going to take you out.
Think you're
He's going to get a laser gun and just sort of pew, 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 pew. It is ridiculous. Oh. It is absolutely ridiculous. He is going to be forced out, but by the other MPs, because we keep seeing the occasional letter of no confidence going recently. And let's face it, if he leads the Tory party in the next election, which has to happen by this December, if not earlier,
yeah,
they lose. I mean, they're going to lose anyway.
Yeah.
But they'll lose even worse with Rishi Sunak at the helm.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
he is an unelected prime minister, and people said to me in response to that, because I put it on a tweet, and people said to me, well, we don't elect a prime minister. That's absolutely true. We don't elect a prime minister. However,
Yeah, but
the
the party
Tory
normally
party,
does.
the Tory party have so many seats in parliament right now because of one man. It's not because of the party. It's not because of the policies. It's because of the flappy-haired clown freak known as Boris or Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson. The country elected him. And I know
Yeah.
it's symbolic to
Yeah.
an extent,
Yeah.
but
They did.
yeah,
They did.
they
And
did not elect Rishi Sunak.
yeah, but other than that, Ben, Liz Truss was an elected prime minister.
She was elected by the Tory party.
Exactly. Rishi
Yes.
Sunak wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't even
He was
elected
Liz
by
Truss.
his own party.
It was Liz Truss versus Rishi Sunak, and the party chose Liz. And you know what? Little schoolboy Rishi had a little sulk, didn't he? Went away to his country mansion and his leisure centre that he's got in his garden. He had a little swim in his pool, and he thought to himself, you know what? I'm not having that. So
Yeah.
I'm going to get a bunch of people together and commit a coup.
A bunch of bankers.
Well, they're all a
Because-
bunch of wankers.
No, but he got a bunch of bankers together and
Yeah.
brought down the economy. Solely with the purpose of removing Liz Truss and Kwasi Kwarteng, who had actually given the country a Tory budget.
Yeah, I don't think it went far enough, as we said
No,
at the time.
it didn't, but it was a more Tory budget than Rishi Sunak's ever given, either as Chancellor or as Prime Minister.
Yeah, but what people don't seem to understand is that what we call the Conservative Party or the Tories are not the Conservative Party. They're not.
Well,
The same
well,
as the-
May I refer you back to the beginning of the show where I said the whole system needs to be ripped out because it's rotten to its core.
It is, and it's the same with the Labour Party. So it doesn't matter which party you vote for. They're the Purple Party, as I like to call them. They're the Unit Party. They're two cheeks of the same goddamn arse. And it stinks to high heaven. And it's time. It is time. We need a new system. We need a way of holding these people and making them accountable. Because all they're doing is eroding your rights bit by bit by bit by bit and making your life a fucking misery.
You know what else is making people's life a misery? This wokeness bull. Because look at these people. Look at these people. They are wearing black to mourn the passing of two bills. These are Utah Democrats, right? Bill 257 bans men from girls' bathrooms in schools.
Sensible.
And Bill 261 bans DEI from public education.
Also sensible.
Yeah, but not to the Democrats. It's not. That's something to mourn. That's the removal of people's rights. isn't it?
Actually, it's the fulfillment of people's rights.
It's, I know that. You know that. But these people are just bizarre.
Look, DEI is inherently racist. It
Yeah.
is inherently sexist.
Oh,
It takes people.
So was
It takes
pro-
people. Yeah, right. Affirmative action as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
It's all part of the same thing. So they take people who are not white, are not straight, do not pray to a Christian God, and they say these people are lesser. These people need a hand. These people cannot do things for themselves. So because of these arbitrary things like, oh my God, they're homosexual, which is not an issue. It's bloody 2024. Who cares, first of all? But still, they say to these people, you can't do what the white man can do. So what you're going to do is you're going to be put in this position because you're a poor minority. Now, I say that's a load of bollocks. I say that people have the capability to do whatever they want. I say it doesn't matter what you look like, where you come from, who you sleep with, who you pray to. If you've got the ability, you are gonna go far. You don't need a leg up because you should just believe in yourself. And when you get that leg up, it's not only discriminating against you because it's telling you you can't do it, but it's discriminating against somebody else who may have rightly earned that position.
Yeah, you're right.
That
shall we-
just came off my head. I think
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah, it was very good. Shall we play a little
Thank you.
clip?
Mais plus rien ici. Quoi? Oui, ça oui. Il y en a un peu dans les fermes.
So that's the French farmers after spraying shit all over the prefecture. They're now putting tires and burning them against the walls. So shortly after that, I believe the stormtroopers were called in to put the fire out and to push back the farmers. So we've got the French farmers doing that, and then we've got the and I've actually got another clip that I shall slowly queue up.
Okay.
But yeah, so we've got another clip, which is the German tractors, right? Because they're still
Okay.
protesting, as we know. And we'll have a quick look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Now,
You know what?
it's very impressive.
At
Oh,
least they're in a field and not blocking the goddamn road.
well, that's my point, right? It's very impressive. There's a lot of them there. What are they actually achieving?
Good videos.
Yeah, for whom? Because they're not showing them on MSM. So we're back.
Twitter.
We're back to still very well to protest, but if nobody knows you're protesting, are you actually achieving anything? I don't know.
I don't know either. And you know, we spoke about these protests, and obviously we have all support for the cause. But if they're going to go and do things like the Just Stop Oils, we have to be balanced here. We have to be balanced, and
Yeah.
we have to say that those types of protests, if you're stopping things like ambulances, we can't support.
Well, the French are still doing that. They're cutting down trees and blocking motorways now. The farmers are cutting trees down and putting them across the motorway.
I mean, so they're essentially they could kill people by doing that.
Yeah, well, of course they could, because actually, believe it or not, it's going to take you longer to get a bunch of trees and tractors off a motorway than it is to get a bunch of Just Stop Oil people out of the way.
I mean, if somebody dies because a tree has been deliberately placed across a motorway, I think that's a murder charge. That's not manslaughter, because that's premeditated, right? They've taken the tree, they've placed it, and they are fully aware of what could happen, especially with the 80-odd-mile-an-hour speed limit on the French motorways.
Oh, yeah, but they're not putting the trees across the motorways and leaving them unattended. You know,
Are they sitting on them?
there's considerable amount of tractors before you get to the trees. So the motorway's well blocked. You're not going to come around the corner and run into a tree.
You know, well, I guess that's a bonus, but still, if they're doing that,
Yeah, but I mean, you're blocking the entire motorway. That's the thing. You know.
well, yeah, I was going to say, if they're doing that and they're stopping people from going about their lives, normal people who are just trying to do their day to day, then, and I don't think I can support that, and that might be disappointing to people. It might be, but if I say the same about the Just Stop Oil,
Oh,
I have to be consistent. I have to
Yeah.
be consistent.
I think this is where you and I differ, because I think if you're going to protest, right, if you do not disrupt people's lives, if you do not cause people to go out their way, if you do not cause an element of danger to people, then what is the point of protesting? Because nobody's going to take any notice.
I certainly see where you're coming from. I do. I certainly see.
Yeah.
And you know, this is why I love this show, because he's a right winger and I'm a left winger. Right? And we have different perspectives on these things. And we can have
the weird thing is,
screaming arguments.
yeah, but the weird thing is, my view of protest is probably more left wing than your view, and yours is probably more right wing than mine.
It's a strange one, isn't it? It really is a strange one. But this, like I say, this is why I fucking love this show, because we can take all perspectives and we can disagree, and he'll still get on a plane, fly down here, and get pissed in the pub till he breaks a pint glass.
But you know why? You know why that has been?
Why is that?
Because we're adults.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I mean, I have my doubts about you.
You see what I do in my spare time.
Yeah, I have my doubts about you on occasion, but generally you're an adult. Right, anyway, speaking of adults, so exclusive in a document leaked to the counter-signal, RCMP, that's the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, have been informed that they're entitled to a new crucial benefit, sex change surgery. Every officer in Canada will be given a $75,000 stipend to remove or add new genitalia. Now, I suspect you'll only get the stipend if you go through with the addition or removal of your genitalia. But that's madness.
This is Canada for you, though.
But this is
Justin Castro. I mean Trudeau.
You know what this is? You know what this is? This is just empowering people's mental illness. That's all you're doing.
Look, I'm. Once again, we're kind of gonna sit differently on this, because I'm you know me, I'm a free spirit, and I think you can do and you can be what you want to be, basically, as long as you're not infringing on anybody else's life or infringing on any, trying to tell me that I can say what I can or can't say. I'm probably describing this really clumsily, but if you want to live and say you're a woman and you're a male, you go right ahead. But the second that you do something that infringes on somebody else's rights, somebody else's safety, somebody else's speech, and can tie quite nicely into the title for this show, you start reporting people for fucking thought crimes.
Yeah.
Because this is happening again and again and again.
Yeah.
That's where I draw the line. That's my line. That's where I draw it. Now, if a woman says she feels uncomfortable with you in the women's bathroom, you have to respect that. I'm sorry, but you do. You have to respect her space. You have to respect her privacy. Now, I'm going to talk about Disneyland Paris for a second, because when I was there a few months ago, they trialed a free bathroom system. They had men, they had women, and they had anyone and everybody who identified as whatever they liked. And you know what? I think it worked well.
Well, you know what, Ben? The continent's no stranger to that, because when I went camping in the 80s to France, and nearly every campsite that we were in, the washroom facilities were all communal. There was no distinction between male or female. They were all cubicled, and there were pissoirs, right? And there were men standing having a pee while women would walk past them and go to a cubicle. And you know what? Nobody gave a shit, because that's just how it worked in France. I mean, remember, France's open air pissoirs in the street, where you just walk behind a thing and then you have a piss, right? The French have got this. I think it's a bit dirty, but they'll guys will take a piss anywhere, really,
Yeah, and you know what? Actually, I'll tell you an experience from my youth here in the UK. Actually, we used to go to a nightclub in Farringdon in London. I think it's still there. It's called Fabric. And it's an massive underground nightclub. It was good fun when I was younger. But the toilets were all unisex.
Yeah.
And they were all open. And do you know what? Like you said, nobody gave a shit.
Yeah. But it's a different situation when you impose these kind of unenforceable unrestrictions, schools and things like that. That's where you start to have to start drawing.
I mean, they also had really, really nice padded couches in the bathroom as well.
Anyway, moving on to what you were saying there about thought crimes. So, pardon me, you've heard of Sam Melia?
I'm back.
What happened?
I got a little bit excited and kneed my desk.
So people have heard that Sam Melia was found guilty in Leeds Crown Court of inciting racial hatred by means of producing stickers.
I really don't want to have to defend this man.
Well, yeah, I know, but over 300 stickers were produced. The prosecution admitted in the opening stages of the trial that the language used on the stickers was lawful. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Prosecution contended that despite the content of the stickers being lawful, they were produced as a body of work intended to stir up racial hatred. During the trial, the jury was also reminded that it did not matter whether the content of the stickers was true, as the truth is no defence in such a case.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So this guy produced stickers that were lawful. The statements on them were true, right?
Mm-hmm.
And resulted in him being found guilty on the basis of his perceived motivations. Now, this is just an example of England following Scotland, isn't it?
I think this is even worse.
Well, well, in some respects, yes and no, because the jury's been told to fucking basically disregard the truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just take into account his thinking, and it was exactly the same with Count Dankula, where the judge told him what he was thinking, and that it was not a joke, and he did it deliberately. You know?
Yeah. Okay, so I have thoughts. First of all, let me be frank and upfront. I despise Sam Melia.
Yeah.
Okay. He's a part of a group called Patriotic Alternative, PA. And we'll get onto them in a minute because that's quite interesting in itself. That's a rabbit hole. But I don't like them. I really don't like them. I think they are basically racist, race baiters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this is a travesty. This is an absolute travesty. This proves that not only do you not have free speech in this country, but somebody else can decide your thoughts for you. They probably, in this case, decided it correctly, to be fair. But somebody else can decide your thoughts for you.
Whoa, hold on. What you just said is a rather inflammatory statement.
Well, I know the group, and I know what they do.
But it doesn't matter. You can't ascribe someone's thinking.
I didn't. I said they probably got it right in this respect.
Oh, you kind of did then, yeah. So you kind of said they've got it right. And I think that's undermining your own argument here.
No, it's not, because I'm not finished. I'm not finished.
Okay.
But the point is, and I've said this a million times, we should not be criminalizing people for having bad opinions, for having bad thoughts, for having racist opinions, for having racist thoughts. Do you know why? And I've said it a million times. I'll say it again. If you criminalize these people, they do not go away. What they do is they long march through the fucking institutions and then they take control. Communists did it. Now, if you do this to these people, they're going to put on suits and ties. They're going to get you're
go
not going to know
underground.
what their view. You're not going to know what the person next to you believes. Now, if somebody is racist, I would like to know, because I would like to
But
not
that's-
be able to associate with
But
them.
it's too late for that, Ben, because that's already happening. That's already happened.
But there's something about that group that bothers me. Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Patriotic Alternative is run by a man called Mark Collette. Mark Collette is pretty much a neo-Nazi, right? He is. He's pretty much a neo-Nazi. But members of Patriotic Alternative keep getting prosecuted for things like this, right? They keep getting prosecuted. They keep getting convicted of things, and they keep getting jail time. Mark Collette gets to stream and make money every week, as our friend Nick Cotton said earlier on Twitter.
Yeah.
Nothing happens to the head of the snake.
Oh, it never does,
Ever.
though. It never does. Well, nothing happens to the head of the snake in all walks.
Well,
nothing happened to Tony Blair.
Well, friend of the show and, self-declared far-right person, Nick Cotton, declares himself...
Yeah, but it doesn't
regardless.
matter.
But he believes that Patriotic Alternative is a honeypot. And he believes that these people are being drawn in by this extreme rhetoric, and it is extreme rhetoric, by the way.
Yeah.
And then Mark Collette is helping. Now, I'm not going to say that's true, but I'm willing to entertain the idea. I'm a bit confused by it all myself, but what I will say is this: if you are a member of or have something to do with Patriotic Alternative, it's probably not going to end very well for you.
Yeah.
And disassociate, because it is extreme.
But that's
It is.
the whole thing is, right? This is it's just another erosion of freedom of speech.
Mm.
That's what's happening here. You don't have freedom of speech anymore. If you think you do, you're wrong. Don't live in a country that allows freedom of speech anymore.
But like I said, it goes further, because it doesn't allow people to even think.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at, you can't silently pray outside certain areas.
Even though that woman has won court cases that say she can do it, the police just turn up
still
and
keep arresting her.
Keep doing her. Yeah. I know that's I know that's a bit of a I don't know what colour pill about PA, about Patriotic Alternative, but regardless of what I think of them, this is a travesty.
Yeah, it is.
And it should not have happened.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I will defend that man's right to be as horrible as he wants, as long as he's not calling for violence or physically harming people. Now, I don't have to like what he says, and I don't like a lot of what these people say.
Someone I don't like, and what's annoyed me is the amount of people that have, over the last week, thought that this was a great statement for her to make, because her WhatsApps have revealed she has something of a potty mouth, and she describes Matt Hancock as weaker than nun's piss.
No, this is not real.
The Marzipan Dildo one is.
Politics for You have been they're basically a meme account.
I think the Marzipan Dildo one was real, but this is real. This is real, right? Okay, so this is her WhatsApp, right? Where she calls Boris a clown.
Yeah.
Right? And people are crowing about how accurate she is in that summation, regardless of whether he is or is not a clown. And to be honest, I think he is, right? But what gets me is the part later on, which is just below where this picture is, right?
Yeah.
Where she then starts to plot whether they should close more businesses for longer in order to get more money from Westminster. So playing fast and loose with people's businesses and lives for political gain. That's, to me, the important point. She's shown herself to be nothing other than a little absolute scum-sucking leech of a person that I have absolutely no regard for. I have less regard for now, and I really wish, and I know it's not going to happen, but I wish some kind of retribution could be exacted on these people. I really do.
They need to make you and all the other business owners they destroyed for political gain whole again. They need to.
Yeah, but they won't. They won't.
Of course they won't. And once again, I thought I would just quickly interrupt the show and address the chat, but not address the chat, because at the beginning we said we are not ignoring you. We're not ignoring you, but we're leaving chat and things like that for the end. So if you want to say something or tell us something or ask us something, then chuck it in when we get to it at the end. If you give a super chat on tonight's show or a donation by Ko-fi or Patreon, which are in the pinned comment, then or in the chat, then you will be prioritized. You will go to the top of the list. If not, we completely understand. And one more thing, I'm just putting something in the chat now. Please head over at your leisure and subscribe to the second channel. I have to get that link again. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers over there. It is unreal. We can taste it at this.
Oh, there he goes. He's got excited again. Got himself off. Is he coming back, or is he?
I am back, yeah.
Got excited
I am
again.
back. Yeah, got a bit excited again.
And you've gone all fuzzy. Oh, he's away again. Oh, there he goes. Gone again. Coming back this time. At least it's not me today. Are you coming back, Benjamin? Well, I'll tell you what, people. Well, let's play this little. Oh, he appears to have disappeared. So let's play this. Oh, he's back. He's back. What's going on? Your internet dropped.
My computer just had an absolute spaz.
All right. Okay.
I don't quite understand why, but it just started. I'm almost afraid to touch it.
Yeah. Well, don't touch it then. Right. Okay. So I'm going to play a clip. Oh fuck! He's away again.
I'm not away this time. That wasn't here.
Keep flipping out. No, you keep flipping in and out.
I'm back.
Yeah, the audio didn't go, but the picture did. Anyway.
Okay.
Why did that not play? Oh, right. I hate this. He's a producer.
We do.
I can't perform. See, last night, Ed and I were just talking to each other, right? Everything just flowed. I think I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop doing slides and stuff. I don't think it works.
Unless we can get somebody. Or I'm going twice.
That's because the mix minus was off because of.
Unless we can get somebody to produce, remotely.
Yeah.
Which is possible.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah.
So if we can get somebody to produce remotely, then we'll do that. Once again, I have actually succeeded to put the link to that channel in the chat.
Right. Here we go. Right, I'm going to play this clip.
It, baby.
I'm going to play this clip. Here you go. Then listen up for this one.
Right.
A person looks at you, and then they'll give you that some stereotype joke, and you'll be like it's not a joke. It's something serious that you shouldn't be saying and everything. But then you'll get, but we're Irish. We like to joke around. We like to make a laugh out of something. And that needs to change within the Irish community. As much as I am Irish, that's the one thing that it kind of annoys me.
You're not fucking Irish.
No, so I'm not going to say that. But
she's not Irish. She's not culturally Irish. That's what I'm saying.
What I will say is this: no, the Irish culture does not need to change for you.
Yeah, exactly, because she's not culturally Irish.
It's as simple as that. If you go to a country, if you move to a country, even if you're born in that country and you don't like the culture and you want the culture to change for you, then perhaps you need to go somewhere where culturally you will feel more accepted. It's as simple as that, really.
Yeah.
It's like, for example, I've got a friend, well, a Twitter friend, who's moved to Saudi Arabia, right?
Yeah.
And he used to drink every single day. Now he doesn't. He follows the laws. He follows the rules. He does what they say to do in Saudi Arabia, because he knows that he's not in our culture. He's in their culture, and he abides by it. Now, whatever you think of Saudi culture, that's irrelevant to this discussion, because it's as simple as that. You go to someone else's culture, another place. You can't expect that place to change for you. And it moves into Piano Man. Do you have Piano Man on the list?
No, but let's talk about it. I'm more than happy to talk about it by all means.
Yeah.
Right, so the piano thing's a bit weird, right? Don't you think?
I mean, the people involved, so they seem to be something to do with the CCP and a TV channel in China.
Right, so
Okay.
let's forget that. Okay, so let's say this guy comes along, he films himself playing the piano in different public places, right?
Yeah, it's what he's got a big following.
This is what he does. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I have seen footage of him speaking to these people before the altercation,
Okay.
and it was all nice and and they were
Yeah.
being filmed and everything, and there was no problem. And then we have the altercation about them not wanting to be filmed and how it's not legal to do that, to take their image, whereas that's not the case in the UK because they're in a public
Okay.
place, no expectation of privacy, so tough shit. And then the next one we see is the piano is cordoned off, but apparently it wasn't. Right?
Oh, it definitely was.
Yeah, I know it was, but apparently that was old pictures of when it was getting repaired. I don't believe
Right.
that. Right?
I don't believe that at all, no.
Yeah. So, and then these people turn up and they're affiliated with the CCP, and obviously Jeremy Hunt is involved because his wife's affiliated with the CCP, isn't she?
Okay.
So
I think
so what? I mean, the whole thing seems like a mishmash of nonsense that we're not quite clear what's going on, and is it a setup or is it something for clicks and likes or?
I think, okay, let me say something here. And this might shock you, John. I think the entire thing happened exactly as they said it did.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think and first and foremost, I think the person that needs to be criticized the most in all of this, the most criticism needs to, not even to the CCP people, okay? It's the British Transport Police officer that spoke to Piano Man.
The woman.
The woman.
Because she was so bad.
Okay, so we have a police officer, British Transport Police, they still have full police powers, okay, telling a man that he can't say stuff in public, that he can't, and all he said was, we're not in communist China.
I know.
And at the end of the day, he's absolutely factually correct. We're not in communist China. It doesn't matter whether or not Chinese Communist Party affiliated people would like to not have their image in a public place shared. Apparently, they had some kind of paper disclaimer saying that their images couldn't be shared. Okay, but that's not the case here in the United Kingdom. There's no expectation of privacy in a public place. We all have it. And this is inside St Pancras International. I've been to exactly where it is several times. It's not far off the Eurostar terminal. It's a public place. Anyone can access it for free at any time. Elton John put the bloody piano there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they refer to it
Donated
as
the-
Elton John's piano.
Yeah. And the police officer was so wrong in her interaction with him from the start, because it's not just telling him he couldn't say things. She kept telling him to turn his camera off.
I know.
I won't have this conversation with you with your camera on. You need to not share my image. She's going. It's like, just because you're wearing the uniform, love, doesn't mean
Well,
that it
like-
ends with you.
So there was talk of a law coming in at some point that you couldn't film a police officer if they were in the execution of their duty.
But that's not in.
It's not in. Was that in the UK or was it in America? Because I can't remember what was happening there, or has it been dropped?
Put it this way. If that law were in place, then the auditing channels would not exist. They wouldn't exist.
Mhm.
There is no such law in this country.
Right,
Police officers would like to pretend that there is.
Yeah, but there isn't.
But if they are in a public place, they have no expectation of privacy. And your simple argument is these assholes have got their cameras on.
Yeah,
They've got their cameras on.
yeah.
So why can't I have mine? It's like the same as when you go in Tesco's, right? You can film in there. They don't like
Well,
it.
they're filming you, so you can film
They're
them.
filming you. So why can't you film them?
Yeah, exactly.
They don't like it, like I say, but at the end of the day, they have no choice. They can ask you to leave. They can ask
Yeah.
you to leave for any reason.
Yeah.
But there's no expectation of privacy in a publicly accessible place. And these Chinese Communist Party affiliates, do you know what they're doing as well? This is why I think it's totally real. They keep trying to have the video taken down off of his YouTube channel. They are
Do they?
trying to get his video. Oh, yeah. You should go to his YouTube channel, right?
And
They
what's
are
YouTube
trying-
doing?
Well, they keep sending him emails saying there's been a claim here, there's been a claim here. But he went on Piers Morgan and another Talk TV show, and
Right.
he said, everybody download the stream off of my YouTube channel, and if it's taken down, please re-upload it on all of your YouTube channels. This is why I think it happened exactly as it was portrayed, because it was a live stream, first and
Yeah.
foremost.
Right.
And secondly, they are trying to do it. These CCP affiliated people are trying to do him. They're trying to do his channel. They're trying to have the video taken down. And it's all a little bit shady, because
Just
I
get
believe
used to it,
when you-
mate. When China rules the world, that's just going to be how it is.
Yeah, but do you know what? Right now, China do not rule the world.
No, not
And
yet.
Chinese Communist Party
You
affiliated.
know who rules the
TV
world?
crews-
Wakanda rules the world. Right? So we've got a couple of stories here. So this guy, who's on 184,000 a year, as a fire chief in West Midlands, turns out to have a fake degree. Apparently, he doesn't have the qualifications that he said he had. Now, why did no one check? How did he get the post in the first place? What the
I don't really
hell
know.
is going? Yeah, I think this is DEI and
I mean, I wasn't going to say it. I was going to leave it up to people's imagination.
yeah,
but-
I think this is pretty much DEI in action, baby. Right?
Well, it depends. Is he good at his job? Is he good at his
Oh,
job? Because if he's
I-
good at his job and he does his job well, what does his education in the really matter? If,
Well,
if he can functionally execute the work,
Are these people good at their job? That's the question that you have to
Oh.
ask, right?
I mean, yeah.
Right. So, where am I? All right. Right. Are these people good at their job? Here we go.
mon Dieu. Oh mon Dieu, tu me catales là. Tu me catales.
Yes, there you go. There you go. That's why you don't build bridges out of loose earth for trains. And, you know, that ties in really well. That ties in really well to what the Mr. Chinaman was saying to the Congolese guy the other day. What didn't it?
It beggars belief. It beggars belief. It beggars belief that none of you have jumped over to the link right now that I've placed in the chat and gone and subscribed to the second bloody channel. If you're not subscribed already,
Whoa.
get over there and bloody subscribe.
You put reverb on?
No.
Try again?
Hello.
No, you're echoing like fuck.
I don't know why. I've changed literally nothing.
Is he echoing people?
Apparently I went crackly. We're an hour and 12 minutes into, we're about an hour and 15 minutes into the show, John. Well, they're saying it's fine. They're saying it's fine.
You're really echoey in my ears, but if the echoey for you
Apparently
guys
Apparently I went Dalek.
went,
It's all getting a bit...
here we go again.
Here we go again. It's all going a bit... they're all saying it's fine. People are saying it's fine. Apparently it's intermittent.
Oh, it's gone again.
Gone again.
Right. Restart the road and see if it's a road.
Okay.
Right. Try again. I take it you can hear me, people? I can't hear Ben either.
Hello.
Right.
Right, I can hear you, John.
Yeah, I can hear you now and you sound fine. What was the problem at your end there?
No, I changed nothing.
So how come we couldn't hear you?
Honestly, just for the minute I was doing that. I wasn't speaking. But that is the proper link. Sorry, guys. The thing I've just put in the chat now, that is the proper link. Don't sit in silence, though, Ben. Hard to tell. Well, can you hear me now?
Yeah, but
this comes up when I click the link. Oops. Yeah, try this second link. Try the second link. This one here. Tony says, yes, Ben, thank you. That's the right link. Perfect.
so it appears Windows had turned the mic off again.
Oh, Jesus
Turns the input
Christ.
it just turns the input volume down to 0.
I think we're back.
Yeah, we're back, but so I prepared this time because I realised that Windows was turning the mic off, and for some reason it turns the input volume on the mic down to 0.
It's
If I turn it back
weird.
up, everybody can hear us.
Is it echo but manageable?
There's no echo now.
I've got no echo. I hear nothing.
Oh, hold on. Right now.
Okay, I'm trying it now.
Is he echoing now?
Am I echoing now? We're really sorry about this, guys. It is just...
I think we need done.
Just
I think we need,
perfect. Sophie says perfect.
Yeah.
There we go.
we need that. We need an external producer.
We do.
Because it's
apparently
very
I'm perfect.
difficult to keep to perform. What to do
Well, it
this.
looks to me like about an hour and 10 minutes into the show, the road needs to be reset.
But that's not consistent either. Because the other night, I mean, the road runs all the time. All the time the computer's on, the road's on. Because I use it for everything. And it never needs reset. I don't understand how it needs reset an hour into a stream. Because as far as that's concerned, nothing's changed because all that's doing is putting audio into the PC like it does every
Right.
other hour, every day.
Okay, but while we're back and while we're perfect, how many more stories do we have?
I was gonna get too many, so I'm gonna lighten it up.
I was going to say, because at some point we need to get to the chat.
Yeah, okay.
A lot of them have sat there, they've been patient, and once again, boys and girls, if you want to be
I
prioritized.
tell you what, I'm gonna have to affected. I have to take a break. So yeah, I'll put you full screen and you can talk to them for a minute, and you can talk to the chat. Yeah. Then we'll do some funnies.
Yeah, right. That's fine. Right. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. If you want to chuck some things in the chat now is the time. Shalini says she's falling asleep. Don't fall asleep. Wake up. Wake up. I command it. I command that you wake up. I saw earlier something in the chat about Donald Trump. I want to thank Luke for saying he'll subscribe to the other channel, and if anybody else goes over to the other channel and subscribes, I really appreciate it. I can understand, Shalini, that you feel a bit crap because I know I'm privy to information as a team member, as a trusted and valued team member. Shalini has been joining our morning meetings and basically putting the whip on us and making sure we get what needs to get done. And I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate it completely. So I know you feel crap. I know that Vaughn infected you. Vaughn, your partner, infected you with some sort of illness. Yeah, that sucks. So if anybody has anything to chuck in the chat, now is the time. Sophie says she's subscribed too. Thank you so much. Like I said, we are so close to that 1,000 mark. It is unreal over there. We are within touching distance. And it's basically travel and movie reviews and stuff like that. And it's real life stuff as well, like some stuff that my family does. It's maybe not. It's certainly a completely different vibe to this channel. Put it that way. It's real life, baby. It's real life, and I really really enjoy making that content. So anybody that does jump over there and subscribe, I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, because it is so close. We are so close to that 1,000 mark, and we're going to do a giveaway when we got there. We got some items to give away at the 1,000. So yeah, chuck it out, chuck yourself over there. Vaughn says, "Fake news. I'm innocent." You're not innocent, Vaughn. I know.
Hey, what's he done?
I'm privy. Well, he's infected Shalini,
No.
hasn't he? And he's
Wait,
not. No.
Hold on. Right, Shalini only got herself to blame. Tried to nurse him, right? They've left him alone. Okay? She should not have shared any bodily fluids or contact with him whatsoever. Right? Secondly, if he goes to work with a cold, well done, Vaughn, because people have been doing that for hundreds of years.
You can press the "that's true" button on that one.
That's true.
I really appreciate the people in the chat just right now. Thank you so much. Thank you. Really appreciate you. Right, John, let's get on to some
let's get on to some funnies. This is what happens when it's raining and your dog doesn't want to go for a walk, okay? This is probably one of the funniest dog clips I've ever seen, okay? That's a classic, isn't it? You like that? You did like that.
I did. That tickled me. Tickled me in all of the right places.
What about when Granny crochets you a blanket, right?
Right.
Granny crochets you a blanket and you're lying there with a shark blanket that's been crocheted for you, okay?
Right. Get that off the screen right now.
It's not.
Just get it off
That's
the screen.
It's a fin. It's a shark's fin. That's all it is.
Know what it is. And it's like it's being eaten, and yeah, I know. Just get it off the fucking screen.
That's a classic, though, isn't it? That's a good one.
Oh, I mean, yes, Tony's absolutely correct in the chat. That kid is indeed living his best life. Yeah, but yeah, no, that's not for me. That's not for me.
I thought
That's
that was quite funny, that one.
It's a little bit close to the edge, that.
What do you mean when Granny crochets you a shark blanket? Right, okay. I tell you, I do have one. Right, this is quite good. You'll quite like this one. The 80s pretty much did rule, okay? And you weren't really a child of the 80s, were you, Ben? Because
I was born in the 80s.
Yeah.
I was born in the 80s.
Yeah, but to be a child of the 80s, it's like I was born in the 60s, but I'm not a child of the 60s.
I got 4 months of the 80s, baby.
Yeah, so you're not a child of the 80s, but look how cool these guys were in 1977, right? So this was the cast of where are we?
I'm waiting for it to come up on the screen.
Oh yeah, right. This was the
I'm looking
cast.
over there.
This is the cast. Oh, my apologies. I'm on studio mode.
You'll get there. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'll get there.
Get there.
Now there's the cast. There's the cast of Star Wars 1977. Apart from the fact that C-3PO is missing.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, you know who they are. Yeah. Harrison Ford is obviously Han Solo. David Prowse, Darth Vader. I can't remember the big guy's name, but bloody hell, only
Chewbacca.
him. Only him could have played Chewbacca. Look at the size of him, because David Prowse isn't a small man.
No, he's not.
You know, he was a Green Cross Code guy, wasn't he?
He was.
Carrie Fisher, Luke Hamill, and R2D2.
Mark Hamill. Yeah, he died, didn't he? The little guy who played R2D2.
The only two left alive in that picture are Harrison Ford and Luke Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
Sorry, Mark Hamill, Luke Hamill. Yeah.
And Harrison Ford, I have no idea how he is still alive. I mean, they filmed Star Wars: The Force Awakens. They filmed Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and a door falls down on his leg and breaks it.
Yeah.
Right.
He had
to shut down.
Production. He had a crash on the golf course with his golf cart.
Yeah. During the same time, he then crashed his plane on a golf course.
He crashed a plane as well.
Then he went to film Indiana Jones and the Dial of Woke, and I believe he had another bone break during that. Had to have more surgery.
Yeah, well, his bones are obviously getting brittle.
Militant Mushroom says, Benny in the chat. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me?
You talking to me, or are you chewing a brick?
You talking to me?
Did you ever use that phrase, Ben? That was a phrase we used to use in Scotland quite a lot. You talking to me or chewing a brick? Both ways, you'll lose your teeth.
Benny was the fella R2D2. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Why was it Anthony Daniels that was C-3PO?
Anthony Daniels is C-3PO.
Why was he not in the picture?
Well, because in real life, from what I understand, Anthony Daniels is an arsehole.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You learn something new every day, don't you?
From what I understand, he's pretty much an arsehole. But I believe he might be the only person that's been in every Star Wars movie. He's been in them all.
Yeah? Oh, dear.
Yeah.
And speaking of the 80s, health and safety wasn't really a thing in the 80s, was it? Because, you know, I think it's pretty cool when you can do this kind of thing. And he's not fixing the plane; he's just helping. He's just helping it to land. But you know, you wouldn't see anyone trying to do that these days. But yeah, you wouldn't see anyone try to do that these days, would you?
No, you definitely wouldn't. Andrew Lomax says maybe Daniel took the photo.
Yeah, maybe.
That's it, Anthony. You go and take the. They called him Tony, so you go and take the picture, Tony. Go on. We don't want you in it. You go. There's
Right,
the camera.
I've got a right. Fair warning, okay. Fair warning. This is a particularly harrowing attack by a wild animal on a keeper. And I think.
Is it Joe Exotic?
Sorry.
Have you seen any of the footage of Joe Exotic getting mauled by his bloody tigers?
No, it's not that. This is when pandas attack.
Ooh.
Right, okay.
I'm interested. My interest has been piqued.
You ready?
I am.
Devastating, wasn't it? Devastating. But yeah,
that was so cute.
Yeah.
I'm echoing. Turn me off. Mix minus.
Yeah, okay.
There we go. Tony says no wonder they're endangered.
Exactly. When I saw that, I thought, no one. How do these things actually still exist? How do they still exist? Them and red pandas are the best though. So red pandas when they're startled, they are so freaking cute. They really are. And there's the other one that I've never understood. Possums, you know how they say plain possum? Because possums play dead, right? To avoid getting eaten. And it's like, because apparently bears and things mountain lions, things that eat possums will not eat carrion, right? Okay.
Right.
But you're chasing a possum, or you come around the corner, there's a possum walking down the road, and it immediately plays dead, right?
Mm.
It's like, if you're a mountain lion, you're not going to go, well, that's still fresh. I'm just going to eat it anyway. You know, because a minute ago it was moving. I mean, really? Really? How did that work?
Like a buffet. It's just served itself up to me.
Yeah. How does that work?
Yum, 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 yum.
I just don't get it.
Yum, 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 yum. Yeah.
Dog.
Huh?
Andrew says I wonder what they taste like. Probably taste like dog. Bears,
You know
dogs,
what dogs
pandas,
taste like?
they're all kind of the same family, aren't they? Bears and dogs are the same family.
Yeah, probably.
Right,
Probably.
speaking of how things taste, have you ever wondered what to do with all the dead squirrels? No, neither have I. But Karen here has got the solution for you, right? Hi, my name is Karen. I upcycle dead squirrels I find in Heaton Park. Perfect holders for pens, cutlery, etc. My husband uses the heads for golf, so nothing gets wasted. This is
a meme, right?
Yeah, it's got to be, but it's just. Oh, somebody's made these out of dead squirrels. I think the text is a joke, but the actual dead squirrel things, they're real. Why would anyone do that? Yeah.
Humanity, man.
Well, I downloaded the recipe for badger.
For Adam.
Yeah, for Adam, yeah, because he's got quite a few badgers, and apparently you've got. See, this is the part I don't get, right? Because you've got to get them tested for trichinosis or something, which is, I think it's a worm infection. But
right.
I think pork suffers from that as well. So it's all pork tested.
I have had cryptosporidium from pork.
Yeah, but that's not trichinosis.
It was horrible, though. It was horrible.
Yeah, but cryptosporidium's a bacterial infection, right?
It was horrible.
Trichinosis is a parasitic worm.
Mm.
But yeah, so yeah. So I've downloaded. Well, apparently Badger Fat is all healing. Apparently it makes wounds heal without scars. It improves your skin.
Stop you a minute.
Sorry?
I want to stop you a minute.
Oh,
I want to
okay.
stop you a minute because before we leave these wonderful people tonight, I would like to pay tribute to the people behind the scenes here. Okay? Because, Adam used to come on All In. He used to come on All In all of the time. He doesn't turn up so often anymore, but he's still there. And he's still behind the scenes. And the way the show looks and the frames and all of that, he makes them, right? He does all of that. And he does it all behind the scenes, and he does it all quietly. Not only that, when I'm doing things like looking at the cost of living crisis, penny pinch hitting the WEF and the lovely ladies of the night that are still available and struggling to get work, who do I send to look for all of the ladies of the night? Wonderful Adam. He jumps in and he does the work. He gets it done.
Yeah, okay.
So I also want to pay tribute to Shalini for getting the whip out and just, sitting there giving us the Irish stare, and oftentimes come straight through the screen when we're having our meetings and get a little bit of a sore on the right hand side. All right, we're going to do it. We're in shape. Okay, we're going to do it. We do it. It's all good. But there is a team here. And just like over on the other channel, there's a massive team over on the other channel.
Oh, me.
I've got my friend Lisa, who has put literally thousands of pounds into the development of the other channel. I think we got to give appreciation to her. We got Ollie that is finally getting well and is going to restart doing the podcast over there. So, but between these two channels, there's a big team of people. And I just think we got to give an appreciation to these people. And I say thank you. I say thank you to everyone that does help us in the background, because I appreciate you. I really do.
Didn't mention Ed.
That was for you were supposed to.
Oh, right. Well, I'd like to appreciate Ed, because I actually really enjoy our chats with Ed now, because you know what, when we did the rabbit hole stuff, it was good because Ed did his research and presented it, and
yeah,
I think it was too formal or something, but now that we've actually started just having a chat about stuff,
yeah,
I think the show's kind of developed a little bit, and we had a really good time last night. Although it was a bit off topic because we did a bit of Burns, but we did a bit of cryptid stuff as well. So I really enjoy our chats, Ed. And if you're watching or not watching, you probably won't be because you'll probably be half puffed up. But I appreciate you as well.
And I appreciate because I was waiting for you to do that.
And I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Ben.
I appreciate you too, John. Yeah, what? This
is sounding a bit American now.
But no, honestly, I think these people don't get enough appreciation. And we've not mentioned. I mean, I've never named people on the other team as well, and I think these people have to be recognised for what they do. I mean, a lot of the content over on the other channel would not exist if Lisa had not paid thousands and thousands of pounds and helped me produce that content.
Yeah.
It just. These people need appreciating,
and
I for one appreciate all the help that we're getting, and I hope one day we can pay it back. I really do, because these people go out of their way to help us, and one day I want to be able to pay it back. So with your guys' help, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share these shows. Help us grow this thing and the other channel. Help us grow these channels. Help us create something fun, funny, informative, special. I'm feeling a bit sentimental tonight, probably because I'm ill as fuck and drugged up on a load of painkillers.
Cool.
But yeah, thank you all very much. And if you do want to support us further, you can do so at patreon.com/Chasing Dissent, Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/Chasing Dissent. You can become a channel member here by clicking join, or you can just send a super chat during any of these streams. I think it's about, we're just over 90 minutes. I think it's a good time to
I've got
to
one
bring
slide,
this down.
one slide left, Ben. Slide left.
Let's
mate.
do it. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
And you know what? It's been great. It's been great for these people on bikes. And it's been great for you.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? Sometimes you need to let loose, grab juice, get goose, tattoos, taboos, get screwed. Loosen up, buttercup, all those hate comments will never make you feel enough. We're all adequate graduates, heart full of calluses, but we know calculus. Damn, ain't that fabulous? Can't wait to apply all those mathematicus. But we can't get a job that pays us enough. I'm about to pop off. Fuck you, you're lost. We all know that we never really want a boss. So I'ma do what I want to. Something I can't undo. Yeah, I'ma do what I want to. Something I can't undo. I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. Shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop